is CNN Breaking News.
It is 5 a.m. on the U.S. East Coast. We begin with breaking news this hour. Coming out of the U.S. state of Texas, 8 people have been found dead there, including some children, in the back of a semi-truck. This in San Antonio, Texas. There were a total of 38 people found inside the tractor trailer. At least 20 of them are in critical condition. Investigators believe other people had been inside that trailer but got inside cars that had come to pick them up. Police are treating this case as a case of human trafficking. The driver of the truck is presently in custody, we understand. The trailer was parked in a Walmart parking lot you see here on this map. Police say that the people were discovered when a person from that truck asked a store employee for water. Now, it's unclear at this hour where the semi-truck came from or how long it had been parked where it was found, but the U.S. Department of Homeland Security is investigating this case. Here's the San Antonio police chief with more on it.
Late last night, we had a call from a Walmart employee that they were conduct a welfare check in a tractor trailer that was parked in a lot here. He was approached by someone from that truck who was asking for water. Came back with the water, called the police. We arrived on the scene and found 8 people dead in the back of that trailer. There were a number of other people that Chief Hood will talk about who were transported to local hospitals. Checking the video from the store, we found that there were a number of vehicles that came in and picked up a lot of the folks that were in that trailer that survived the trip. We're looking at a human trafficking crime here this evening.
All right, again, a lot of questions for sure, but again, the breaking news we're following this hour out of the U.S. state of Texas, 8 people found dead in the back of a semi-truck in San Antonio, Texas, in a Walmart parking lot. We'll, of course, continue to follow this story and bring you updates as we learn more here on CNN. Now, for more on the breaking news that we're following, 8 people found dead, including children, in the back of a semi-truck in San Antonio, Texas. Let's bring in now the fire chief for San Antonio, Charles Hood, joining us now live on the phone. Charles, thank you for being with us. So again, what we know at this point, 8 people found dead. We understand the suspect in custody. What more can you tell us?
Good morning. This is a real sad and tragic event that we responded on about 12:26 this morning. We responded on a call for a welfare check in a Walmart parking lot, and units arrived and found multiple people in the back of a unrefrigerated trailer. Actually, the trailer did have refrigeration, but it was not working. So multiple people in the back of a trailer. So these people were all suffering in various stages of heat distress to heat stroke, and unfortunately 8 of them were dead. We quickly called for a mass casualty incident and had about 29 units responding out there to that. We ended up treating a total of 30 patients. 17 of those were critical, priority 1 patients, and so unfortunately with heat strokes, a lot of these folks are going to have irreparable brain damage, and so that is a real tragedy of this, and so some of them were in extremely critical condition. We also transported another 13 that were in serious condition. So again, we utilized 7 different hospitals and got all those folks transported. We had at least 2 children that were school age. None of them were reported to be dead when we left. So the 8 dead were all male. We don't know really the gender or the demographics of some of these patients because they have gone to so many different hospitals. So the number is solid, but as far as the sex and that information, that'll be forthcoming in the morning. This is going to be a crime incident. San Antonio Police Department is investigating it. The one thing that we do have a concern about is some of these people might have wandered out into the brush from that truck, and so we'll do another search in the morning. Hopefully we have everybody accounted for, but again, we're very fortunate that we did not have 38 dead bodies in the back of that vehicle because that really could have happened. So it is a tragedy. It's sad, but it could have been much worse.
Charles, you know, we understand that investigators are treating this as a case of human trafficking. It's still early in the investigation, so I don't mean to ask too soon if you're not able to answer this question, but I'm sure you've spoken to some of the people who were on that truck. Any indication of how long they were there?
You know, I know there's video information that they're looking at, but again, the majority of these people were in no condition to talk to any of them. The majority of those 17 were unconscious, and so a lot of that other information, I know the police department will have investigators at all the emergency rooms and, you know, to follow up. But again, we didn't have a lot of conversations with the majority of these people, so it's really unknown how long they were there. But the great thing is that they were found and they weren't there another night, because if they would have been, none of them would have survived.
Charles, that is, you know, an understatement for sure. Thankfully, they were found in time. Thankfully, they got out of there. But again, we understand the situation. 8 people were found dead, including some children in the back of the semi-truck there in San Antonio. Charles, thank you for being with us. You're watching CNN Newsroom, and we'll be back after the break.
Thank you.